Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Khaosity here, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, it's been a minute. Since my last video, but that's really only because Sonic news hasn't been newsing. Sonic news hasn't really been hitting lately. We still won't really see anything regarding that 2024 Sonic and Shadow game towards like March, April type of timing. But don't worry, because the first half of this year is also finna be fire, apparently. Alright, but before we get into it, if you liked the video, drop a like, and if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 500. We're almost there, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right, so we have here new PlayStation State of Play seemingly coming this week. A new rumor claims Sony will hold another PlayStation State of Play this week. Sony held its last State of Play event back in September 2023 to give fans new looks at Baby Steps, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and many more. With the bulk of its winter lineup either released on the horizon, Sony needs to start dropping information about its next slate of games relatively soon. That news will be coming sooner than you might expect, as a new rumor claims fans will be treated to the next State of Play later this week. As always, you'll want to take this with a massive grain of salt, as everyone says nowadays, but there's a good chance an event is happening soon. Sony January 2024 State of Play on the 31st, roughly. Ronins will rise, will die stranded, have a rebirth, and Kojima will fulfill his dream. Sonic will live in the shadow of his generation, while the hills remain silent until the dawn when you'll need to catch the metro. Just don't be a Judas about it. King Gronk Nick at that handle, January 28th, 2024. So today. Alright, this was apparently tweeted or posted whenever today. Alright, very cryptic in its wording, like Sonic will live in the shadow of his generation, both referencing Sonic and Shadow, since that's mainly a focus this year with the movie and supposedly the 2024 game. Ronins will rise, will die stranded, have a rebirth, and Kojima will fulfill his dream. I don't know what that means. I don't really pay attention to the other stuff. We're here for the Sonic, right? This rumor comes courtesy of Nick, the co-founder of Xbox Era. You might wonder about the credibility, but it's worth noting that Nick leaked most of the previous State of Play. So the last State of Play, apparently he got like, let's say 60-70% of it correct. All right. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be skeptical, but it does help Nick's reliability quite a bit. Nick's tweet says on the 31st, that's what we just read. So the whole cryptic shit. If this lineup is correct, PlayStation fans will have quite a bit to look forward to when the next State of Play drops. If the event happens on January 31st, which is what he says, that will put it on a Wednesday, but it could easily move around during the next week. So dates could change depending on PlayStation's plans. Assuming that's true, the lineup that Nick's hinting at appears to be as follows: Rise of the Ronin, Death Stranding 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a Sonic game, potentially Sonic Generations Remaster, Silent Hill 2 Until Dawn Remastered, that's actually kind of cool, I like Until Dawn, a new Metro game, Judas Kev Levine's new game. Remember, before the last State of Play, Nick tweeted a series of slightly cryptic tweets like this, predicting nearly the entire show lineup. Rise of the Ronin and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would seem like locks for anything PlayStation does at a January State of Play, given how close these two games, or those two games, are. Many were expecting Death Stranding 2 to show up at the Game Awards, so seeing it pop up here would make sense. The same could be said for Silent Hill 2. The two remasters will raise some eyebrows, not that fans won't be excited, but most would probably prefer the two studios to move two new projects. Judas and the new Metro game would satisfy PlayStation's needs for fun and surprises that could blow the doors off depending on how they're revealed. If this turns out to be true, it looks like a solid lineup for Sony to start the year, which it is. Alright, Generations Remaster, holy shit. Alright, so we have the original tweet here by King Gronk Nick on the 31st, roughly. Ronins will rise, blah 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 blah. We just read this, so this is the original tweet. My boy Speederlight even under this 2 hours ago. And Zippo, you thought this was gonna be a leak without the boy Zippo? You were mistaken, my friend. Yes, a Sonic Generations Remaster is on the way. He posted this today. Well, this week certainly started with the boom, a Sonic boom perhaps, shitty pun. Multiple sources have leaked the entire State of Play days before its airing date. Can't confirm the other contents myself, but yes, a remaster of 2011's beloved Sonic Generations is on the way for this year. Here's the bits I know. It's a remaster from the ground up, which does not fucking make sense. We still have to address this problem, bro. A remaster means touching up the graphics, upscaling the textures, doing what you gotta do, fixing some glitches. A remaster from the ground up would make it a remake, considering that this is actually made in Hedgehog Engine 2, as you can see here. That would technically make it a remake, since it's in a completely other engine and is being made from the ground up. So remake, remaster, who fucking knows? We won't know till it's announced. So the console versions will now run at 60 FPS with the option for 4K. That is a big bump in resolution. There's been a very strong internal mandate from SEGA higher ups to improve the quality of Sonic remasters from now on. So knock on wood, no Colors Ultimate and Origins mishaps this time. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it. Cause why are y'all just now locking in, but y'all couldn't lock in for Colors? Y'all did my boy so dirty, and I hate y'all for that. I really do. There's a brand new content featuring Shadow, of course, why not? Sonic Movie 3 is dropping this year, along with apparently a new Sonic and Shadow game releasing during the holidays. So a Generations remake featuring Shadow would make very much sense. We're releasing the first half of the year, sometime around Sonic's 33rd birthday in June, so not really till the summer. That's still a ways away. I mean, that's like, what, 5 months? So, I mean, that's not really that far, but still a ways away. And just to get ahead of all the speculation, no, this is not the Sonic and Shadow game I'm hearing about. That's a brand new game coming this holiday in time with the movie. That'll be announced later on this year. Get excited, it's gonna be a fun week. It sure as hell is, if this is true. Alright. A Sonic Generations Remake. I'm labeling it as a remake since if it's in the Hedgehog Engine 2 and being made from the ground up, it's not a remaster, alright? If it was a remaster, they probably would have just upscaled it and added a couple new features here and there, some quality of life features here and there, and that would have been it if it was a remaster. But if it's in Hedgehog Engine 2 and being made from the ground up, it's a remake, alright? There's no debating that. There's no debating that. But the most interesting thing here is that it's going to feature Shadow. In what way, I don't know, because they already have the Shadow rival battle in the original generation, so I don't know, maybe you could play as him, maybe you could play as Shadow against Sonic in the rival battle, or I don't know what they could do. I really don't know what they could do. Isn't Shadow frozen for a portion of the game until you get to him and have his rival battle? Like, so he has no story within Generations unless they quite literally rewrite it. I don't know how it would feature Shadow unless he's just like an extra playable character, which is something they could do since this is technically not a new game and it's just a remake of an old game. So who really knows? Also, something to point out now that I think about it, can we not do that Epic Games fuck shit again, please? I'm like, there's no reason for it. There's literally no reason for it. It took y'all what, like a year, 2 years? I don't even know how long it took y'all, but it definitely took y'all over a year to put Colors Ultimate in Steam, because y'all had that Epic Games exclusivity bullshit going on. Like, I didn't even buy Sonic Colors Ultimate on Steam because I already own it. I don't really mind the Epic Games stuff, but at this point, bro, it's getting old. The reason I didn't mind it before is because, like, I played Fortnite. Alright, like, I played Fortnite fairly frequently, so I was opening the Epic Games launcher fairly frequently, so I had really no issue with it. But, like, I don't play Fortnite anymore. I don't play any games on Epic Games anymore. So, like, can we just release it on Steam and get on with our lives? Like, I'm not trying to wait a year to 2 years again for y'all to release this on the superior platform, alright? But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for me. Sonic Generations Ultimate, or just Sonic Generations Remaster, Remake, whatever the fuck it is on the way. In the supposed state of play on the 31st, what is that? Yeah, that's Wednesday, alright? That's Wednesday. That's in 3 days. The only thing I can hope is that, one, if they're putting a third party, or they're making a third party make this game for them, please watch over them, let them know what needs to be done, and give them a reasonable time frame, right? Because if this is supposedly finna be announced and maybe arriving on our doorstep of like June, right? Then they had to have been working on this for at least the last 2 years, right? I mean, that would only make sense. So hopefully SEGA has done their job and it actually has overseen the development of one of their remakes for one of their top tier games, and they didn't just tell them we're gonna release it on this day and then, you know, with no leg room and whatnot. So hopefully if someone else or a third party is making this, they had enough leg room to get everything done, and hopefully SEGA was there to help them get everything done and oversee that their game is actually a polished product. If a third party is making it, or if Sonic Team is making it, same shit. Well, actually, no, not same shit. Same shit in the sense that, yes, I want it to be polished, but hopefully they get the physics right, because Hedgehog Engine 2 games consist of what? Forces and Frontiers. And while those games can be fast, they don't capture that sense of speed that like Unleashed and Generations has. So that's really what I kind of hope to see. I hope they still capture that sense of speed that Unleashed and Generations caliber speed. So hopefully they still got that. I'm not trying to see like no Frontiers boost, no Forces boost. I'm still trying to see a Gen/Unleashed type of boost in this game. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, and if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you guys think of a Generations remaster. All right. This came sooner than I thought. This actually came hella sooner than I thought, really. I didn't think another Sonic remaster would come out until at least 2025, like late 2025. So kind of crazy that this is already happening. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. But until the next one, peace.